All right. Okay. Yay. We are live. And here we go. So today we are talking about thriving with chronic pain. Okay. Thriving with chronic pain. How do we thrive? So we have been talking about the pain cycle and how pain comes down and it becomes what we call chronic pain. So examples of that would be um, arthritis, fibromyalgia, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, um, all the different types of arthritis that are out there, which are many. There's a car accident after you've had a car accident or some other type of trauma, chronic pain due to trauma, sports injuries, these different things. So once the pain comes kind of like, I don't know, just reoccurring, keeps coming back and back and back. It's important to realize that now we're vulnerable to a negative pain cycle. So you can get, insomnia, not able to sleep because of the pain, or you could get anxiety and depression, sadness, stressed because of the pain. And when that comes, that stress, insomnia, then that causes the pain to actually get worse. If you're not able to sleep well, if your mind is not able to process well, you're distracted because of the pain, and then you're worried because of the pain and what is going on with my body. And, there's just a negative pain cycle that starts to set up. And so we have to break that cycle. So we're how we think about the pain, how we process the pain, how we do life, physically doing things to interrupt the pain or improve the pain. So there's managing it through the physical part, the mind part, managing it through the sleeping, making sure that you're sleeping well. The last um, YouTube that I did was dealing with how to sleep well, making sure that you have a proper mattress and bed or mattress topper and proper pillows and making sure that your rest is very good. And so we talked about that, and now we're talking about physically dealing with the pain, how to physically do things to help the pain improve. Okay, so one would be taking hot Epsom salt baths. So there's a concept, and it really does work, especially for arthritis and fibromyalgia, um, chronic pain due to trauma. Most pain types respond well to moist heat. So, what is moist heat? Moist heat could be a hot bath or a hot, washcloth. One Okay, so we'll talk about Epsom salt. So we'll talk first about if you have a bath, that scenario, and then what to do if you don't have a bath. Okay, scenario number one, you have a bath. Okay, take advantage of the bathtub if you have one. Um, get Epsom salt, Epsom. I'll put it in the little chat. Hopefully, people can come back and look at this. Epsom salt. Epsom salt is it's made from magnesium sulfate. Okay, it's a mineral salt. It's wonderful. And you can buy it at Walmart or Rite Aid, Walgreens, all the different stores. And it's usually in the first aid section. Okay, it's pretty heavy. So you need about 4 pounds to 6 pounds in a nice bath, full of warm hot water. Fill the bathway at least halfway, maybe even almost full way, with warm hot water, and then put the Epsom salts, dissolve it. Okay, swish it around so it dissolves in the water, and then just immerse yourself in the water. As much as you can, up to your neck. Try to just relax and sit back and it's all about relaxation. When you're in a hot bath, the water is supporting the body, so the body doesn't have to stand. When you're in the shower, you have to stand up or you have to sit up if you have a shower chair, and the muscles are keeping you up. So the muscles are keeping your head up. So that, defeats the purpose of deep relaxation with moist heat. When you have moist heat, you really want to see if you could relax as much as you can your muscles. Your muscles have to turn off. And one way to turn them off is in a hot bath or a hot jacuzzi or a hot tub or taking a swim, and especially if the water is warm. So these things, really moving through warm water, is also very helpful to pain. So when you're in the water, when you're in the Epsom salt, you can now do some deep stretches. You could stretch after about 5 minutes of just relaxing, taking some deep breaths. Now you can start stretching. You could stretch your back by touching your toes, stretch your hamstrings, the back muscles of your legs and thighs, and all the muscles in the back of your legs, and just stretch that out real good. And feel the what we call good pain. Okay, it hurts, but it feels good too. That's what you want. You want to stretch out. Okay, so about 20 minutes or so of 10 to 20 minutes of soaking in Epsom salt really should make a big difference. And what happens is it relaxes the muscles. Um, I was reading one book that says it draws the toxins out of the body, the Epsom salt, and that may be true, is drawing the toxins out of your body. Um, so anyway, that is, it makes you feel so good when you do that. And then a good stretch, either while you're in the bath or after the bath, stretch your muscles out real good. When your muscles are nice and soft, um, and warmed up. They're soft and they're easy to stretch. So when you do stretch, by the way, that's my next point, stretching, doing range of motion. So let's say you have a wrist issue, and I'm just using this as an example. Just, moving your hand back and forth, just moving your wrist back and forth like this. Let's see if I could do it. Moving your hands back and forth. That back and forth range of motion. When you have knee issues, just, rocking your knee back and forth. Your hip, same thing, rocking your hip back and forth, frontwards, side to side. The joint that's being affected or problematic, that range of motion, moving back and forth, just the elbow, moving back and forth, gentle movements help with that pain. Is very important. 5 to 10 times a day, about 5 to 10 sets of back and forth motion. This is very important for arthritis or joint pains. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what else. So we talked about the hot. Okay. Now it's another scenario. Second scenario. You have now you don't have a bathtub. Okay, you can still get Epsom salt, put it in a sink full of warm hot water. You need or a bucket or a big bowl, and you put the hot water. You put and not too hot, and you want to put about 3 to 4 cups of Epsom salt per gallon of warm hot water. So you make yourself a solution, okay, and then you put like a hand towel. Okay, so you're gonna put like a hand towel or a washcloth. Hand towel is a little bit bigger than a washcloth. Dip it in there, wring it out real good. Make sure that the Epsom salt is dissolved in real good, and then you can put it around your neck. Um, and then even better, put like a plastic bag around around the hot towel, the moist hot towel, and then you put a heating pad and rest. So you put the towel, the plastic bag, and then a heating pad for about 5 or 10 minutes or so. And then that delivers the moist heat. Or you could get they sell moist, I think they sell moist heat, things that you can buy, put it in the microwave, and then apply that. I have one that has herbs, and I've had others where I would sprinkle a little water on it, put it in the microwave, and then it's kind of moist. And you can put that like on your shoulder, your neck, your back. But applying moist heat. Another one, I almost forgot about this one, is the sock. Okay, so you take a sock, a big sock, not an ankle sock, but a regular sock, like a knee high sock, and you put rice. Okay, uncooked rice in the sock. About a pound or so, maybe a little less than a pound, maybe half a pound, depending on how big you want to make the sock. And you tie it up, okay? Put it in the microwave for about a minute, minute and a half, just depending on how big the sock is and how strong the microwave is. And I like to put a little lavender or maybe just a little bit of mint essential oil or whatever essential oil that you like, just a little in there, and it smells so good. And you just put that in, it's a little bit moist, and you can put it wherever you need to. And that also helps. So moist heat applying to the joints or the area that hurts, it does help. For same thing for menstrual cramps, you can put it on the abdomen or the back, wherever it hurts. It helps. Okay. So we talked about that. That's moist heat. The next would be stretching, a little bit more about stretching, range of motion. Stretching and range of motion is important to do. Let's say you're not able to take a hot bath every day, or you're not able to take moist heat applications every day. After most people take a shower every day, so after a hot shower, that would be a good time to stretch real good, or after warming up, if you're working out, if you're walking, a brisk walk, and then stretch your back. Just lean over and try and touch your toes. You know, just twist, twist around, twist to the other side, you know, reaching over, just doing different things like that to stretch your neck. Of course, just moving it in different directions. This actually really helps neck pain tremendously. Just, taking time, but it should be really done after warm up. At 5 minutes of warm up. Another way to warm up is taking deep, slow breaths. So in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow, slow, deep breaths. By doing that, it oxygenates the body better, but you have to do it for about 5 minutes. But now after that, your fingertips are warm, your muscles are warm in your body, and then you could do some deep stretching, a range of motion, meaning moving back and forth. Um, if you have shoulder issues, dropping your arm down, like kind of like as if you are just really leaning over and then just doing circles. Is also very helpful. So it's like, you're leaning over, let's say this is your arm, your hand, and you're just doing little circles, and then you go to big circles. And then after a while you go the other direction. Okay. And that is not this kind of circles where you're drawing circles on the wall, but you want to pretend like you're drawing circles on the floor. And so you're leaning over and really, really leaning over and letting your arm just kind of hang. And then that hanging kind of motion, and then going in circles, about 10 circles in each direction. Start with small circles and then gradually get larger. And then doing that throughout the day, that really helps to prevent a frozen shoulder when you have some kind of injury or repetitive injury to your shoulder. So these are things that are very, very helpful. Those are we call range of motion. So moving through the range of motion. After a while, if a joint is stiff, it gets easier and easier and easier to move through that range of motion. You have better range of motion, and stretching helps to strengthen the muscles. Okay. So that being said, exercise of different types, those are just examples of exercise, easy exercise, but other strengthening exercises, using the bands or going to the gym or using light weights, bicycling, dancing, swimming, just general exercises are good for chronic pain for the most part. It really, really, really helps. Rheumatoid arthritis, all kind of different types of pain. Fibromyalgia really should help. It may give you what we call good pain, okay, afterward, where it hurts a little. It may hurt, but it's a good hurt. It's a good thing. Ways to get rid of that, after you've worked out and you have that soreness the next day, is to drink lots of like alkaline water, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, spa water, which is like, lemon slices, cucumber slices, orange slices, whatever you like, and put it with your water and drink that throughout the day. Kind of infuse your water with fresh fruits, vegetables of your choice that you like. It makes it fun, it makes it look good. It's I call it spa water because it sounds real good. Okay. So these kind of things, a good Epsom salt bath after a good, after a workout. Now that reminds me, other things that help pain is uh, going to a chiropractor or a massage therapist or physical therapist. Physical therapists typically, they will walk you through how to do exercises that are therapeutic for your issue. Home exercise program. They'll walk you through the exercises while you're there and help you. They apply moist heat. They'll apply TENS units, which is like a little device that causes the muscles to kind of jump just a little and then they relax, using like electrical impulses, not small impulses, and that actually feels really good. It relaxes the muscles, and so which will help you to do deep stretches afterwards. Okay, so these are wonderful ways to help pain. Some chiropractors are better than others, but chiropractors can are very beneficial. Typically, they also warm the area up. Then they'll go ahead and like massage the area or soften the muscles in the area, and then they do their adjustments. Osteopathic physicians like myself, who also do similar type of treatments, a little different, some similar, some the exact same, some different that physical therapists and massage therapists and chiropractors therapists do. It's all considered um, manual therapy, meaning using your hands to do things to help the body, help the disease process to reverse. So so these are wonderful ways that, just going to get a good massage, either a deep tissue or other types of massages, relaxation, going into the sauna, essential oils. All of these things are very valuable to help with pain. Just realizing sometimes we have to take breaks and take care of ourselves, and it's okay to do that. Um, okay, and then there's also something to remember. Some people deal with, severe pain, and even after a hot bath, stretching, the pain starts to come back on pretty strong, and realizing that certain things you could do mentally to help get your mind and focus off the pain. So sometimes what happens is when the pain comes on, we start to get afraid. We start to get fearful, and we start to get a negative thought process that starts to set up in our mind and our thinking, and so you have to block those things and go get help. Of course, go to the doctor, go get checked out, make sure everything is okay, make sure. And after all is done, and you get a diagnosis and you figure out what's going on, and you find out, oh, it's arthritis or it's fibromyalgia or it's nothing real bad to worry about, or if this is as a result of the car accident years ago, or the work that you do that cause, that repetitive motion, if you type a lot or if you lift boxes a lot or whatever it is that you do a lot of repetition over and over, can cause a lot of pain, including driving. Just driving a lot can cause a lot of neck pain and back pain. So, anyways, so once you figure out what's going on, and you realize, okay, this is what's happening, so okay, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about dying or any cancer or anything like that. So block that out. So now it's time to focus on doing other things and living your life, even moving through the pain. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, there's different things you could distract yourself. You know, get yourself into a learning mode. Sometimes when we learn, that helps to produce endorphins in our body, and we get excited about learning. Most people get some kind of excitement about learning. There's also, what do they call it? The virtual reality little things that you could put, I think it's called the Oculus or something like that. And virtual reality, there was a study on that that showed that that puts someone in a different reality, in a different place, and it makes it seem like you're at Hawaii or something like that. It looks real. It looks real. They have them at, I know at, where I'm at in Riverside. There's a the library there. The public library has it where you could, kind of use that there at the library, kind of like rent it out or whatever for a short amount of time, hour, 2 hours at a time, I think it is. And that's a nice way to also help, distract the pain. But sometimes you can buy it. I don't know how much they cost, but you can look it up on Amazon. I believe they sell it there. But there's different ways. So just distracting your mind from it. Go, watch a movie or dancing or hang out with friends or socialize or read a good book or, there's just, me, prayer is my thing that helps me distract, or listening to sermons, or listening to something positive, reading the Bible, worship music. That's a powerful way to distract from the pain, and that typically helps because getting in the presence of God helps the pain and heals the pain as well. So these are things, typically being aware of triggers, what triggers the pain. Cold, being cold, being stressed, mental stress can trigger the pain. And so, and then, prolong being in one place doing one thing for too long of a time can cause pain. So if you're sitting at a computer for too long, go ahead, take a break, get up, do some stretches, walk around, go outside if it's sunny outside, get in the sun. Oh, I forgot the sun. Getting in the sun is very helpful for pain. I've got to get off this live. I got to get going. But direct sunlight, when I had COVID, real quick, when I had COVID, infection in at the end of 2020. It was in December, but the sun would still come out from time to time, and I would get out in that sun. Oh, and it just felt so good, letting the in the backyard, just letting the sun hit my back, my arms, my neck, and the pain would just. Oh, it just felt so good. It would just dissolve away. So, getting some 10 minutes of direct sun, I recommend it, when it's not extremely hot, but it's pleasant. Um, just 5 or 10 minutes. You don't have to be out there for hours. But that really, really helps the sun, the pain. It gives you vitamin D. It's just good for you. So consider that as well. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. I hope that helps, and we will do another one next week. There's some more things on pain that we need to discuss. This time, I think we'll do it from what we eat, foods that help pain, foods that make pain worse. So we'll talk about that on the next episode. Okay. Have a great day. Be blessed. Love you to life. Peace.